Today, in Steal a Brainrot, I'll be unlocking every single Yin Yang Brainrot and unlocking the brand new Yin Yang base. As of right now, I have the Galaxy base, but by the end of this video, it will be forever gone and replaced with the Yin Yang one. And the Yin Yang event actually starts in around 3 minutes. At the moment, I have a total of 7 out of the 138 I need to collect. But as soon as the Yin Yang event starts, I'll be collecting as many as possible by stealing, by collecting, and even borrowing them from friends. And alright, here we go. The Yin Yang event has officially begun. For this first 15 minutes, what I'm actually gonna go ahead and do is not buy any server luck at all. That way we can focus on unlocking every single basic version, and then we can try to move on to collecting legendaries, mythics, Brainrot gods, etc. In fact, already off the bat, we have the Yin Yang Nubini Pizzanini, which is the first out of many we need. Obviously, this is the most common one to get out of all of them, but I will take it. So just like that, we are officially at 8 out of the 138 we need to collect, meaning we only have 130 more to go. 2 minutes after that one, now we got a Yin Yang Cacto Hippopotamo, which again is one of the it is actually the first rare that we are going to be completing. So bing, now we are at 9 out of 138. Another minute after that one, now we're actually getting our first epic, the Cappuccino Assassino. Yep, as you can see, this is one that we are missing. So boom, now we have officially hit double digits. In fact, nice, here's a Leary loss, so nice. Now we're getting another common, and literally right after that one, here's a tin cheese. So boom, there's another common we are missing just like this. And now we are at 12 out of 138. Now we even have a Yin Yang Gangster Futera. So bang, there's our second ever rare. Even a PP Kiwi spawned in, which is another common we are missing. So now we are officially only missing 5 more commons. Actually, we're about to be only missing 4 more. Here's a Tapa Di Ferro, which is one of the last 5 we are missing out of the commons. So now we are at 15 out of 138. 20 seconds after that, now we're getting a Yin Yang Trulimero Trulicina. So now we are at 16 out of 138 in total. Now we actually just got our first duplicate Brainrot. We got the Yin Yang Nubini Pizzanini, which obviously was the first one that we got out of any of the Yin Yang Brainrots so far. Here's another rare one that we can grab, the Yin Yang. So now we're at 17 in total. Alright, now we're done to the last 6 minutes with another rare spawning in, but unfortunately at this point we are out of room. So I am gonna get rid of that Nubini Pizzanini, that way we can still collect the Trippy Troppy that we need. And now that that's added to my base, we're actually gonna instantly sell this one, that way we can grab this Trick Track Power Boom that just spawned in as well. So with all of those, now we are up to 19 out of 138. But as you guys just saw, our first ever legendary one spawned in, the Yin Yang Burba Lonely Lolo Lee. So now we're finally at 20 out of 138. Here we go with another epic one. Now we're about to unlock the Bri Discos Bombiscos. So boom, we will add that to my base as well. With 2 minutes left, a Yin Yang Savino Bambambino spawned in, which is one of the last 4 commons we are missing, so now we just completed that one. That brings our total up all the way to 22 out of 138. But with a minute and 40 seconds left, a Yin Yang Paracello Lemoncello spawned in, so now we're at 23. Now we even got another legendary in the books, the Chef Karabarabarab, so now we're at 24. That was unfortunately the last one to spawn in during the Yin Yang event, but honestly, I am definitely not complaining. I mean, we're already at 24, and considering we started with 7, we already got 17 completed. Now I'll see you guys in another 45 minutes once the Yin Yang event starts again. That way, hopefully, we can complete even more. Okay, it is currently the next day when I'm recording the rest of this video, and the Yin Yang event just started up yet again. So this time around, let's definitely pay for 4 times server luck. So boom, there's 2 times, and 4 times server luck bot. And you know what? Now that we have 4 times server luck activated, I think we should try to go for a total of 40 or more completed. In fact, here we go. Finally, at last, we're getting the last obtainable Yin Yang common that we need. Because obviously, he's never spawned in a Jendali Raccooni as well as the PP Corny that was from the Fuse machine. So just like that, we are officially at 25 out of the 138 we need. And now we are fully done with every single common. We still have another 2 obtainable rares to get, a few epics, a ton of legendaries, every single mythic but one, tons of Brainrot gods, and loads of different secrets. Okay, here we go. I think this is fine. finally another epic we are missing, the Avocadini Antrolapini. Cause yep, I'm looking through my epic index and it looks like it is not filled quite yet. So now we are at 26 out of 138. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. Are you serious? A Lavaca Saturno Saturnita spawned in. I don't even need this, bro. It's not even a yin yang version of it either. I'd rather pick up this yin yang ta-ta-ta sahur than this secret right here, so I literally think I'm just gonna let it go on by. So now we are officially at 27 out of 138. I am not gonna lie, I was expecting to get a lot more this 15-minute period, but we are not getting that many new ones. Yeah, wow, just like that, it is officially already over, and we did not get a single other one. I mean, I guess we went up a little bit. Now we're up to 27, but we still need 111 more. This is gonna be difficult, which is why I think it is officially time to move on to step number 2. That of which is me getting help from other people to start indexing their brain rots. And alright, I believe I just found someone with one of the brain rots we are missing. More specifically, the final rare we are missing, the Bandito Bobrito. In fact, here they are over this way. They'll leave it. And yeah, it looks like he does actually have it right here. Perfect. So just like that, we are officially done with every single common and now rare. And now that he's officially taken it back as well, now we can move on to completing every single epic, legendary, and mythic. And once we have the majority of those done, then we'll move on to Brainrot gods and secrets. Alright, next up on the list, now we have Tin Cheese helping me over this way, and he actually has 3 that we are missing. Yeah, he has 1 mythic we're missing, another mythic we're missing, as well as this epic right here. So now we're at 29, 30, and finally already 31. Yeah, so we are ever so slowly getting there. In fact, those are one of the few mythics that we have ever even indexed so far. But we still have a ton to go, so let's continue looking for even more. Next up on the list, we have Bubbles over this way, and he actually got us a Brr Patapin with the Yin Yang trait. This is obviously one of the last few epics we're missing. In fact, all we really need now is a Banita, Dolphinita, a few down here, and like 1 or 2 up this way. So now we are officially at 32 out of 138, and we are almost down to the last 100 we need. It looks like he wants me to keep it, and he's gonna go ahead and look for more for me, and yeah, let's try to find even more now. Now we have this person in, which is actually an alt account, and as you can see, look at his base. He has so many different brain rods, bro. Holy moly. Unfortunately, as part of the rules for this video, I'm not allowed to collect anything better than a mythic until I get closer to completing everything else. Either way, though, we'll add in not 1, not 2, but 3 mythics. And then on this alt account over this way, he has even more. So we'll add in another 1 and 2 epics. And we can even add in another mythic to our base. Yeah, after all of that, we're already up to 38 out of 138, meaning we only need 100 more. Now, that may seem like a lot, but honestly, there's so many here that we can already possibly get once we kind of unlock the Brainrot God section. So I'm going to continue searching for even more epics, legendaries, and mythics. And wait, even on his 3rd account, he has even more missing somehow. What? Dude, this guy is absolutely cracked, bro. He actually has so many in total. Look, he has this Yin Yang Arigatonia Ananasini, which we need right here. So we'll add that to my base. And then this Yin Yang Salmina Penguino, I'm pretty sure we also need. Yeah, here's this one right here. So yeah, let's definitely pick up this one next. And then we can add that too. Now we should be all set. We have everything else that he already has in his base unlocked. So now let's look for even more. Okay, I believe one of my friends is actually about to join. And he has so many alt accounts with Yin Yang brain rots in them. I'm talking like over 20, I'm pretty sure. Maybe even more. So let's see what he has. So yeah, here is alt number 1, Ascending. Yeah, a huge shout out to Ascending for this. And it looks like on account number 1, he has 1 mythic, 2 mythics, 1 legendary, a 3rd mythic. Oh my gosh, and this is only one of his many accounts, and he even has a Sigma boy. Nice, so on this account alone, he has 5 in total that we need. So now we're at 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45. But that is not all, because now he's on this account over this way with even more we're missing. So yeah, now let's start with one of the many legendaries we're still missing, the Yin Yang PP Potato. So we'll add that to my base. And then I'm pretty sure we still need this Relay. So we'll add that too. And then last but not least, we have this account over this way with even more we are missing still. So let's start with this Yin Yang Chimpanzini Bananini, and we can add this to the base. Then we can also grab this Yin Yang Spiderino Globorillo, and we can add that as well. Then we can even grab this Frigio Camalo, and add this next. And then last up on the list, from everything that he has, it looks like this Pandacini Bananini is the last one we are missing. So yeah, that was a ton index, and now we are already at 51 out of 138. And now we are only missing 3 more obtainable epics, 9 more obtainable legendaries, 7 more mythics, and that's about it for now. Okay, now we have Anomino in the chat over this way, and he actually has the one of the last epics we're missing, the Yin Yang Bananita Dolphinita. Yep, as you can see by our epic index, we're really only missing 3 more obtainable ones. So now we are only missing 2 more. Now we have Kuya Luke over this way, and he actually has a legendary, the Ballerino Cappuccina. Obviously, this is one of the last few legendaries we are missing. So just like that, that's another one indexed. Yeah, at this point, we're all the way up to 53 out of the 138 in total, so we're slowly but surely making our way there. In fact, next up on the list, now we have Ice over this way with a legendary we're missing. This one right here, the Quelvilo Elemanlino. Ice is the absolute GOAT, bro. This guy helps me with so many different videos, and yeah, he's gonna be able to help me with this one now, too. We only have 2 more obtainable epics, 7 more legendaries, and 7 more mythics. Alright, now we actually might be able to index a super rare one. Yeah, wow, this person over this way, just a guy, RBXX, actually somehow someway got his hands on a Yin Yang Los Nubinis. Dude, oh my goodness. Wait, they kind of look like mimes. Are you guys seeing this? Like, look at that one. That is totally a mime. Oh my goodness. Well, there we go. Now we are finally at 55 out of 138, and we are well on our way to get there. And I think once we hit 60 out of 138, we'll move on to allowing myself to get Brainrot gods. And then maybe once we're at a little bit of a higher amount, then we'll try to get secrets. Alright, a little while later, finally at last, my friend ZX actually just reached out to me, and he has a legendary we're missing right here. So I'll add the strawberry flamen jelly to my base, and then on top of that, he also has the caratini brainini, which we also need. So now we are at 57 out of 138. Now we only need another 3 until we can finally move on to collecting Brainrot gods. So see you guys once we find those last 3. In fact, literally right after that, now we have how do I type with the Yin Yang Rhino Toasterino. So now we only need 2 more. And now we have this person over this way, Oa, and he actually has a legendary. We're missing the Yin Yang Glorbo Fruta Drilo. So let's pick it up. And just like that, that's another one in the books. And now we only need 1 more until we are at 60 out of 138. In fact, here's another person over this way, and it's actually another alt account, but it has 1 final legendary we need. Along with that, now that we're going to be getting the last legendary that we need to have 60 out of 138, we'll actually be allowed to pick up those 2 Brainrot gods as well. So, yep, let's go in their base. Let's pick up the legendary Burbaloni Octopusini, and we'll add that to my base. And actually, as of right now, I already have the Tigerlini Frutanini from earlier, but we still need this Yin Yang Orcalera Orcala, so we can also add this one. And as you can see, he actually just DM'd me on Discord saying I couldn't keep them just because he's lagging, so I guess I can't really complain. Now his sending is actually back, and now he's actually going to help me collect some of these Brainrot gods we need. And it looks like on this account, it looks like he has a total of 4. So we'll grab the Odin Din 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 Don, and we'll add that to the base. Then we'll grab the Los Tipi Tacos, and we'll add that too, as well as the Chichuini Takini, and finally the Trippy Troppy Tropa Tripa. Now we are already at 65 out of 138, and I think in order to actually start unlocking some of these secrets, I want to get all the way up to, let's do 85. So let's try to find another 20 Brainrot gods. And wait, I completely forgot, he actually has multiple accounts that we can actually do this on, and it looks like on this one, he actually has quite a lot. So he has the Gatito Kakoto. So boom, now we're at 66. Then he even has the Alasilo. So bang, now we are at 67. Then he has this Coco Fanta Elefanto. So we'll add that. He even has this Crabo Lemonanita. So we'll add this. Somehow he got his hands on a Yin Yang Herbalani Flamengueli, so we can add that one. And then he even has a Yin Yang Crabo Lemonita. Oh wait, oh my gosh, I completely forgot. We already indexed that one. So wow, just from his hub alone, we're already up to 67 out of 138. And wait, he still has one more account to join on. Okay. And alright, here's his final account, and it looks like he even has like another 2 or 3 possibly. So yeah, let's just start with grabbing this TV right over here. So boom, now we're at 68. And then yeah, he has this Los Bambambanitos, so we'll add this just like that. So yeah, now you're at, wait, why does it still say 68? Okay, well I guess we're still at 68 out of 138, but we are almost at the halfway mark, so I will take it. Now even Tape is back, and apparently he actually has a few as well. Yeah, dang, he actually has quite a lot. He has a Tralaleo Tralala, a Tractorito Dinosauro, a Trenzo Turbo 3000, and even a Bandito Balvarito Tracorito. So let's start with the Tralalero, the Dinosauro, the Turbo, and finally the Bandito. Now we are at 72 out of 138. All we have to do now is collect another 8, and so we can finally move on to actually collecting secrets as well. So I'll see you guys once we find that 8 left. In fact, yeah, now we have this person over this way, Connor, and he actually has the Yin Yang Giraffa Celestri. Yeah, this is one of the last Brainrot gods we need, and so we can finally move on to actually collecting secrets. So, boom, now we added that one to my base, and now we are at 73. Now we even have my friend over this way, Me1, and he has a Zebralini, which is one of the last mythics we were missing that we couldn't get earlier. I'm glad we are finally able to complete this one for sure, just because that's another spot that we can fill up. So now we're at 74. Now we even have W_Cap, and apparently he actually has one of the other ones that we were missing other than a Brainrot god. Yeah, wait, here it is up this way. Nice, he actually has the Avocadini Gufo. This was one of the 2 epics we were missing, so bang, there's that one completed. Now we are up to 75 out of 138, meaning we only have another 5 to go until we can collect secrets. Now even ZX is actually back, and he actually has a few Brainrot gods I'm missing, like this one right here, the Tralalita Tralala. So boom, now we have 76. Hold up, now even the Yin Yang event is finally activated yet again. And you know what, we have 6 spins, we might as well spin them all just to see if we can somehow get the secret 1%. I'll just let you guys know if I get anything good. I doubt it, but you never know. Alright, here we go, last spin. Are we gonna get anything? And nope, just money. Either way though, Pearson is actually back, and he just DM'd me saying he got his legendary right here from the craft machine. He got insanely lucky, so I am definitely gonna index it right away. So now we are at 77 out of 138. 3 more to go, and so we can finally move on to collecting some secrets. I'll let you guys know if I find anything. Now he even joined on a second account, and it looks like he has a pack Marat that we need. He might even have a few that we need upstairs too, so we'll definitely check that in a second. So let's definitely pick up this. And just like that, now I'm pretty sure, yeah, we're up to 78. It looks like, unfortunately, on the second story, he has no other Brainrot gods or any Brainrot for the matter for us to collect. But it is all good. We only need another 2. Dang, dude, he even has even more. We need like this one right here. This guy is actually kind of crazy, bro. I am not gonna lie. In fact, with this one, now we're at 79. And I'm actually pretty sure we need both of these. So let's collect the Piccioni Machina. And yeah, I just double checked. That is one we need. So boom, now we're at 80. That means we can finally start collecting secrets after we take this Los Tippy Tacos. So we'll add that to the base. And let's let him know, now I'm allowed to get secrets. So let's start grabbing all these, starting with the Yin Yang Bisionte Girotire. So boom, there's 1 secret. Now we can grab the Tortughini Dragon Frutini. So there's 2 secrets. There's 3 with the Yesma Examine, 4 with the Quesadilla Crocodila, 5 with the Las Tralalaritas, and finally already another 6 secrets, all of from just this guy's alt account. That's crazy. Now we're already up to 86 out of 138, meaning we really only have around 52 left to go. This is actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Well, let's get even more secrets now that I'm allowed to collect them. It looks like on his other account, we actually have a black hole goat that we can get. So now we're at 87, 88 with this dual, 89 with this La Vaca Saturno Saturnita, and already 90 with this Fruga La 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 La. We can even grab this Yin Yang Los Shalalaritos, and this should bring our total up to 91. Let's check, and oh, never mind. Okay, we're still at 90, my bad. Oh wait, never mind, it did go go up by 1. Never mind. Alright, up the counter up to 91. Alright, I just sent an everyone ping in my Discord server saying if you have something that I need, I want to index it. And now we're about to get tons of different secrets like these two right here. So let's see. Alright, he already has Elastis doing 300 million a second. So that's the base. And then I'm also gonna get the 6-7 Brainrot. And that's the base too, meaning now we're already up to 93. But that's not all. Now we even have Bugs Gummy in our game. And he actually has our Los No My Hotspot Citos that we need too. So bang, now we're at 94. Now we even have Monkey in our game over this way. And he actually got a Yin Yang Grapus Medusi. So yeah, let's definitely go ahead and grab this one. And now we're at 95. Now we even have FX in here, and he actually has a Yin Yang Chicletaria. So yeah, wow, 26.2 million a second. That is absolutely crazy. Yeah, let me add that to my base for sure. And yeah, just like that, obviously, he went ahead and got it back. Next up, we got VRR in here, and he actually somehow, someway got a Yin Yang Mariachi Carrazzoni. That is low-key pretty insane, bro. This one is honestly pretty rare. So let me grab this. And now we're up to 97. Ice is now back, and he even somehow got a Yin Yang La Grande Compasión. So let me index this one next. And just like that, now we are at 98, meaning now we are only missing another 40. Alright, Block Bunny is back once again, and he actually somehow, someway got a Yin Yang Kirkakir Sahor. So that is another one checked off the list. In fact, now we're at a total of 99 out of 138. One more to go until we finally reach triple digits, bro. We are so close. And okay, a little while later, finally at last, I found someone named Band Reborn who actually has a Yin Yang Job Sahor. Finally, at last, we are gonna have 100 out of 138 we need. So just like that, we officially have triple digits. Nice. This has taken absolutely forever, but I'm so glad we finally were able to unlock it. And now we only need another 38 left. Also, bro, you literally left without taking it, and another person, yeah, again, bro, this guy's literally just gonna let me take it for free. Look. He said, no, you could have it. Well, thank you so much, bro. I guess I'll put this somewhere else. Okay, an hour later, finally at last, I found someone with another Brainrot we're missing, the Yin Yang Tic Tac Sahor. This thing is easily the rarest thing we've been indexing so far. 281.2 million a second is crazy. But just like that, we are one step closer to our goal with 101 out of 138 completed. 37 more to go. I'm gonna continue looking. I'll let you guys know if I find any more at the moment. Okay, hold up. I just did the math after searching for another hour where I could not find a single one. And a lot of the ones that I'm still missing aren't even obtainable. Half of these are just haven't spawned in Brainrots or from the fuse machine. And there's only 20 or so left that could possibly spawn in or someone could possibly have. So, because of that, the Yin Yang mutation base isn't even possible to obtain. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is DM Sammy on Discord asking him to nerf it. But just so I can end off with showing you guys what the base looks like, I hopped into a modded game of this version. And as you can see, this is what the Yin Yang base looks like on Story 1, Story 2, and Story 3. And don't worry, later this week, I'll obviously make sure to complete the Yin Yang base. That way I can show you guys what it looks like in the real game. But this modded game is literally one-to-one, so you won't even be able to tell the difference. Either way, though, hope you guys still enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video very soon. Peace out, everybody.